Welcome to the grand opening of our brand new library media lab. We thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to be here with us this morning. I'd like to recognize members of the Board of Trustees that are with us today, Chairman Frank Napolitano and Secretary Christine Fenney. It is the mission of the College of DuPage to be a center for teaching and learning. We have a passion for student success and technological innovation, and this is a state-of-the-art facility. When you consider the audio recording booths, the production studio, the workstations, the equipment that can be checked out, and the library support that's behind it, the expert library support that's behind it, you must conclude that this is an excellent hands-on learning environment that will prepare our students well for the future. It is good for the College of DuPage, and it is good for the college community. Whether you are a trustee, a member of the faculty, staff, or the community, we thank you for supporting the College of DuPage as your community college by being here today. I'd like to now ask Provost Dr. Mark Curtis Chavez to offer a few remarks.
Thank you, Dr. Caputo, for your leadership on this, and thank you to our Board of Trustees. Without you, we couldn't have done this. We really need to express a great deal of appreciation to our board for all of the great things that they help us do here in the community. It is an honor to be here to speak briefly about our library media lab. There'll be more details spoken about later in regards to the lab, but I just wanted to mention a couple of things. The first is, we have some fantastic classes and we have some fantastic labs here at the College of DuPage. But when you finish the class, you don't get to go back to the lab because you're no longer a student in that classroom. And so if you're taking digital media, you're taking photography, and you're no longer in the class, that's reserved for students. But now with our media lab, students have that opportunity. In addition, we're all consumers of media. We can't get enough of it. We hate it and we love it at the same time. But many of us, and I would suggest most of us, are not creators of media. Now our students have the opportunity to create media for their classrooms, and that's the world we live in. And so the building of the Library Media Lab offers our students one more opportunity to achieve student success, because this is going to be a skill that's going to be, it's just going to grow and be more desired in the future. And now all of our students will have that opportunity. So I'm very happy to be here to mention this to you. It's just fantastic. And those who help us with this, and those who are primarily responsible for endorsing us, creating the Library Media Lab, expanding it, representing them is our board chair, Napolitano. Let's welcome him to the stage.
Thank you, Provost, and thank you everyone for joining us here today. As I think back to my early education, when I was 17, 18 years old, I was attending the Technology Center of DuPage. It was called Davia at the time, so I'm kind of dating myself, but it's TCD now. And what I studied there was media production. What I studied was audio-video production. And I think back, as I said, I'm 45 now, so that was a number of years ago, about 27 years ago. Things have changed so much. And when you think about what's in your house today, what we have access to today, and what we watch today, and you think about the first time you got a VCR, and you can't even buy a VHS tape anymore. You can't even find those, right? But that wasn't really that long ago. But think about how far we've advanced. You think about the fact that we as people and students now have pretty much a video camera in their pocket, right? I was flying back from a business trip not long ago, and there were some students coming back from the area I was in Florida, students that were attending there, and they were documenting everything they were doing, and they were using a little iPhone, and they're holding up a piece of paper that they had written, like, some words on, and they're taking a glance, and they were sitting right in front of me, so I could see, through the in between the airplane seats and see what they were doing. It was really cool just to think about what they're doing on that little iPhone and think about what we used to have to do on vacation to take a video camera with us and all the extra batteries and videotape. So this industry, media, audio, video production, digital, the technology, all of that intertwined has just come so far over the last 25 years. Really, it's come so far over the last 5 years. So we need to constantly be improving. We need to constantly offer this to our students that are taking those classes, but to also offer access to that for students that just might have an interest in it, members of the public that might have an interest in that media. And certainly it's very exciting to be here today to see this, and very excited to have this as an offering. So thank you, everybody, for joining us again here today.
Good morning. It is so wonderful to see so many faces here. I know some of you so well, and others I wanted to get to know better. I am Jennifer McIntosh. I'm Associate Dean of Library, and it is with great pride and appreciation that I get to acknowledge the hard work that went into planning and creating this new and improved Media Lab, but also the vision that has expanded the mission of the library to include digital literacy, and the institutional support that this project has received at every level. Without all of these elements, we would not be gathered here today. The Media Lab that you will experience today provides specialized workstations for editing all kinds of media. It includes space for creating digital media and checks out recording equipment for students, enabling them to do media creation in the field. It has embedded expert staff available to support students in all phases of a media project. The Library Media Lab uniquely provides to all students many of the tools that are available in media-related program labs, such as photography and MPTV and graphic design. But this is where exploration can begin, and where work can continue when the class is finished, and where knowledge gained can be applied to future pursuits, be they career or educational or personal. Space for the Media Lab was included in the library's 2013 renovation that was led by then Dean of Learning Resources, Lisa Stock. Librarian Colin Catellus, where's Colin? There you are over there, among others, at that time advocated for the creation of a space with resources to support all students creating, editing, and sharing digital media. There was a recognition that, as we've heard before, while all of us are becoming increasingly more avid consumers of media, it takes to become confident media creators and manipulators and presenters. It's a learned and practiced process that happens when we're challenged to do so, and we have the tools and assistance available to support our progress. In early 2015, the Media Lab opened in its former, much smaller space, just over there. It's like a large closet, right? And it had limited hours and staff that had been reassigned from other library departments. Funding for equipment at that time largely came from Perkins Performance Improvement Grant money, and we gratefully still continue to receive some Perkins funding to support targeted enhancements to the Media Lab. In 2017, we were fortunate to hire Daniel McCallum, who is the Media Lab supervisor. Among his qualifications that recommend him, Daniel happens to also be an alum of the COD's Motion Picture Television program. I quickly set him to the task of growing the lab's resources, building relationships throughout campus, and hiring a staff to increase access to high-quality assistance for students. The team now also includes Ethan Hogler and Brianna Wascari and Michelle Saeda. A year and a half ago, I reached out to our facilities team, Bruce Schmiedel and Jennifer Kolbida. I'm not sure where they're at, but I think they're back there in the back. Hello. To begin imagining what was possible for the next stages of the Media Lab's development. With input from the library faculty and staff, we began planning in earnest. Dean Marianne Honeycutt quickly recognized the importance of the Media Lab and advocated strongly for its expansion. Academic Affairs leadership voiced approval for our proposal, and it was further reviewed and endorsed by the president and our board of trustees. Work began in summer, expertly led by Don Inman, and it was designed by Perkins and Will, and it was opened finally in just this November. So as you can see, there are many people to thank. Please join me in thanking our board of trustees, particularly our library champion, Christine Fenney, and our college leadership, including Dr. Brian Caputo, for their support and encouragement. Thank you also to Academic Affairs leadership, including Dr. Curtis Chavez, Dr. Overstreet, Dr. Stock, and Dean Marianne Honeycutt for supporting the creation of innovative learning environments that are embedded within the library. I also want to thank our early adopter faculty for recognizing the importance of challenging students to apply their creative ability and develop multimodal communication skills within their area of study. You'll actually see a video after the presentation and the ribbon cutting with some testimonials from some faculty who are already developing really strong relationships with the Media Lab and sending their students here. So thank you to those faculty. I think some of them are here today. And I'd also like to thank our creative and inspiring library faculty and staff who are relentless in pursuing new ways to expand access to learning resources and enriching the learning experience through engagement with disciplined faculty and responsiveness to student needs. Thank you, my faculty. Library, I love you guys. And finally, a really special thank you to the project team that included Daniel McCallum, Rebecca Kremen, Colin Catellis, who are working with our facilities and project management colleagues, Bruce Schmiedel, Jennifer Kolbeda, and Don Inman, to translate our vision into reality. Thank you. So, I would like to share a video with you that introduces the Media Lab. I'm pleased to say it was completely created with Media Lab resources and was produced and edited by our Media Lab staff up until yesterday. We're still doing color correction. So is it done? No, we're finishing touches. And this was done in consultation with our colleagues in multimedia services.
Did you know professional video and audio equipment is available for you to use at COD? The Media Lab, located in the College of DuPage Library, is your resource for taking your project to the next level. Our expert staff can help you take the first steps on your project and answer any questions when you need help. Check out cameras, audio recorders, lighting kits, and more. Record and mixed audio in our audio recording booth. Shoot videos and photos in our studio space. Use your own camera or use Media Lab equipment, including our green screen backdrop. Our editing suite can be used for recording a video voiceover or for small groups to work together on a project. The Media Lab has dozens of creative design applications. Design websites and mobile apps, edit videos, create digital drawings, and build 3D graphics on any of our workstations. Reserve your spot in advance, anytime, any place, through our website. So come in and see how you can take your project to new places, right here in the Media Lab at the College of DuPage Library.
Thank you. That came out great. So in a moment, we will do the official ribbon cutting, but following that, we welcome you into the Media Lab to try it out for yourself. Pick up an activity guide. There'll be some on the counter there that helps you explain what we have set up for you to explore. Try our equipment, make an audio recording, jump in front of the green screen or behind the camera if you'd prefer, and see how simple it can be to give your photos and videos a more professional look. Outside the Media Lab, we have refreshments, and on the monitors, you'll see some recorded comments from the faculty that I mentioned earlier that have been using the lab. Thank you for celebrating the Media Lab with us this morning. And now it is time for the ribbon cutting.